Hi everybody, I'm back from my second trip. We're learning as we go. So today I want to discuss my kitchen box and also my fridge. And along with that, the battery. So let's get to it. Hey everybody, I'm in the back here. We're gonna go over, let's say the fridge first. The fridge is kind of a work in progress. I've owned this fridge, 3-4 years. I don't know, I have to go back and see when I purchased it and how much for. Maybe I'll put that up on the screen, we'll see. But with the Prius, I never ran out of battery. I was always, the car could be in ready mode. I could charge it up when I was back at camp or whatnot. And then when I added the solar panel, it was a non-issue. That was great. I still got to work on maybe getting a solar panel on this Subaru. Eventually we will. I think I'm gonna eventually work something out, but first I got to get the inside kind of to where I'm comfortable. And the fridge, however, I can't run the fridge on that small Bluetti battery just constantly in close to 100-degree weather. So what I went ahead and did was, before my first trip, I bought these Igloo ice packs. So I bought these. What is this? This is an Igloo Performance Ice. It's an extra large block, 6.5 pounds, and I purchased 2 of them. And I just set one at the very bottom, and I set one on its side there, and I still have, decent room for what I need. And like right now, it says this is at, 18 degrees. So those ice packs are actually what's working to keep all my food cold on these trips. The first trip, it was 3 full days in the heat and it wasn't as hot. And this last trip, it was 2 full days really. And then the next day I was heading home and the Subaru was charging my Bluetti on the drive home. But it was a lot hotter. And what I noticed was, when I'd get back at the end of the day, the fridge showed it was 60 degrees. And the temperature you would think would be of the interior temperature, which it should be. But it said 57, but when I opened the fridge, my thermometer, and everything was cold, it said it was like 32 degrees. Also what was it? My drinks, my sodas were slushy. So it's definitely below freezing inside the cooler. So what happens is because I set the fridge to be at 38 degrees, I like to keep everything 38. Well, it showed it was 60 something, and so it turns on the fridge, and the fridge just runs all day because of the heat of the car. Or the heat inside the car. I had all 4 windows cracked. I had all the window coverings in, and I was, thinking that, hey, it wouldn't be, it'll be okay. And it was, but it's just because the fridge just runs all day long, it probably keeps those packs frozen, keeps everything cold. But by the end of the second day, my battery is pretty much dead. By this last trip, it was a 3-day trip. By the 3rd morning, I was at 0. So it was still running the fridge, but the battery, there was a little battery light. It was blinking like saying, hey, low battery, you're about to run out. So I was on its, last few percent probably. So we got to work out some type of solar panel, and we will eventually. Right now I'm trying to get my kitchen box a little more finalized. So to reiterate, I just had a video last week talking about my little kitchen box. Well, I'm adding on to the kitchen box slowly but surely. I'm gonna get this thing, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be perfect. So what's happening is I went ahead and purchased another crate, and I cut that second crate and created a second level to my camp kitchen here. So let's show you this. So I went ahead and purchased another crate, and they stack on top of each other. And I just cut the bottom off because, one, I needed to have access so I can store stuff inside, and also I want to, what was it? Oh, I can't go so high because it'll hit the window, my back window. So I had to reduce the height. This was working good. However, what I noticed is I don't know if you can see that this leg is a little bendy, and so I'm gonna have to get some wood supports and create a frame, or I may get a shelf and put in here and cut in here, and that'll help keep supporting this, and keep it structurally sound. I'll also get some ties and kind of zip tie this so I can just lift it up in one full lift, and I can take it out of the car. So I think a shelf may work better, because then when I lift it up and take things out, all this will come out with the camp kitchen. So that's one idea. The next idea is whenever, remember I showed you my my water, and I had this little tray. Well, right here, I can't use the water. I like to kind of pull it out so I can rinse my hands, I can wash dishes, so I can't do that now. So I got to figure out a way to get this a little bit further out, so then it drains. Oh, yeah, then it drains down here. So the idea I'm having is if I have a table that goes down to the front and it lifts up. I don't know if you can see that. So yeah, so let's see if I can do this. So I'll have a table and it'll be flat, and then I can lift the table out like this. So that's the idea. So once again, it's just gonna take a little time to get this camp kitchen exactly how I want it. But for now, I think it's working great. I do like the idea that I can easily empty out the back of my car. And you know, it's a little different. It's not like a build-in yet, but that's what I'm working on there. So comment down below and let me know if you have any ideas or suggestions on this camp box. Oh, I almost forgot. Let's talk about this fridge. This fridge and my sleeping bag and my sleeping pad, you can see it covers the vent right here. And what's happening also when the fridge is running, it's just blowing this warm air and heating up my bedding, and it's actually even blocking airflow. So when I was mentioning, oh, I have all this storage on this other side. Let's see, so I have this storage on this other side to, you know, for, you know, say groceries or, you know, drinks or whatever. I don't think I'm gonna have that space anymore. So what's gonna have to happen is I'm gonna have to push this fridge all the way over so I have a space. I may be able to put something right in here, store some stuff here, but I need to get that vent off of my bedding. So I kind of lose that storage back here. So I'm kind of a little, you know, bummed about that. But if I can get this camp kitchen, you know, dialed in, it's gonna be great. Also, oh, I forgot, I keep forgetting everything, but I've also created these dividers using some Coroplast, you know, the yard sign material. It was some old window coverings I had. So I just cut this up to kind of see how I can kind of create all these different pockets. And that's what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, another idea I had was also, because this is sitting down a little lower inside the box, I feel like I can lift some of this up and create another shelf in here, and then I can cut this out and create a drawer for my utensils and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, when you're traveling, when you're camping, you're like, you come up with all these little ideas and you forget to, you know, yeah, I forget to mention them when I'm talking about the camp kitchen. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on with the camp kitchen in the future. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna get it. This lifting table. We're talking about the little utensil drawer. We got to make the bottom shelf as well to enclose, to keep everything so I can remove. So that's what's going on with the Subaru Outback camper. Just wanted to keep y'all, you know, in the loop. I'm gonna start working on this, and I'll see you on the next one.